The woman realized she was starting to feel invisible. Her husband acted like she didn't even exist. Even when she stood nearby holding his breakfast, he treated her like she was just thin air. He grabbed the food and walked away. Annie's smile froze on her face. She had no idea what she'd done wrong to deserve being treated like that by her husband. Watching him walk away, she made up her mind to work harder to make her presence felt in this house. That night, when her husband came home from work, the house was spotless, and Annie sat quietly, waiting for a compliment, but instead, her husband made a phone call.
Mom. Thanks.
Annie rolled her eyes in pure frustration, but there was nothing she could do about him. Then, something even weirder happened. The next day, Annie woke up alone in bed. The smart speaker next to her kept blasting the alarm. No matter how loud she yelled, it didn't respond, until her husband, who'd been sleeping on the couch, walked in.
Alexa's off.
He ignored Annie and walked straight into the bathroom. That's when a torn piece of newspaper caught her eye. Annie suddenly realized something. She didn't want to believe it was true. She tried to get her husband's attention, but he couldn't see her at all. So Annie made a decision to make this family whole again. While her husband was in the shower, she quietly dragged out some appliances. The sound of a machine crashing to the floor. He saw a toaster lying on the floor. He absent-mindedly ate his food. Maybe he was still thinking about his wife, but he had no idea that sweet Annie had slipped something into his water. The clear water instantly turned murky under Annie's hopeful gaze. He stared at the glass for a long time, but in the end, he poured it down the sink. Seeing how uncooperative he was, Annie decided to take matters into her own hands. After all, it was for the good of their home. The alarm went off on time the next morning. A hand wrapped around Annie from behind. No one could ever again say the command to pause the speaker, and from then on, the two lived happily ever after.